Hey there, what you drinking? 2 shots, let's pour it out. I know what you're thinking, but tomorrow won't come for us. This life that we're living, ain't never gonna give it up. Double shot for the gifted, and one more for us. There you go, drink it up. All this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. Don't look at the past, no, we're not going that way. Oh, now make it last, make it last to the break of day. No matter what people say, live life in a fast lane. Double shot for the gifted, triple shot for the pain. There you go, drink it up, all this love in a cup. Yeah, we go slow, we go fast. Yeah, we can't get enough. We stay all day, all night, living in paradise. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life.
All right, everybody, welcome to the stream. Happy Sunday morning if you're on my side of the world. If you're on the other side of the world, I guess good afternoon, good evening, and happy Monday to some of you. Welcome back. We are here playing City Skylines 2 as per usual. So thank you so much for joining in today. I know you had you may have other things to do on your lovely Sunday, but welcome back and thank you for joining in. For those of you that are new here, feel free to introduce yourself in the live chat. Say hello, let me know where you're watching from. Tell me what you're playing this game on. If you're, well, I guess if you're still playing CS1 or if you're also playing CS2. Y'all have been following for a while, you'll know that I got my start on CS1 on PS4 and migrated over to PS5 and been playing it ever since, but haven't really touched that game in a while since this one came out. So here we are. I mean, had a lot of questions in the past, like, oh, do you think this game's gotten better over time? I think it has, especially now that we've got mods, we've got well, modding community, I should say, putting a lot of effort into the game. That being said, we can go and kind of look at some assets created by the modding community. I think the Netherlands pack, while it is an in-game pack, I think it was created by a modder or someone that used to mod independently. And then we have a few other buildings here, like these guys here, East Town Apartments. That is a mod asset, which you could find on Paradox Mods. Damn it, did it again. Oh, I'm not going to exit the game, but you can find it in Paradox Mods. This parking lot is another one. A few of these other buildings. Where are we at? Not that one. Oh, refurbished tram depot. That's one. Kind of goes with that brick motif, really northeastern, or fits with northeastern pack buildings. If you work that in yourself. Oh, we've got, I think we've got some other housing buildings too. Can't really remember, but got quite a few of them in here. I just don't exactly know where they're at. It's like a Starbucks building in here somewhere. I know it's on one. Aha! 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 Here it is. Oh, it's missing the... Oh no, that's a steakhouse. Where's the Starbucks? Oh, there it is. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. There it is. Doing its Starbucks thing. Alright, and just now seeing this corner, I'm seeing there's a lot of traffic issues. So before we really start addressing what I wanted to play on, or address today, which is going to be our workers demand, as you can see, we've got lack of labor. We're gonna take care of that real quick. We're gonna address some of these lanes here. As you can see, we've got a 3-lane coming in here. Let's fix this. Now we're going to use anarchy. We're not going to pause the game, because that's just not how we do things today. Or how we're going to do things today, I should say. We're just going to draw that in there real quick, so that way we can add 5-lane asymmetric. Going that way. 5-lane asymmetric going that way. So in turn, we end up creating our dedicated left turn lanes. Now we've got that. Let's go ahead and use our lane connector tool. Go in here, make sure we get rid of those U-turns, those pesky U-turns that make their way in here. Get our lanes back in there. We're gonna remove unsafe. We got a dedicated left, straight on right. Perfect. That doesn't have one. And we're gonna do the same thing here. It's just because we got a lot of traffic starting to build up here. I'm gonna upgrade that road, that segment there. Lane connector tool, remove unsafe, boom, and boom. All right, that gives us a little bit more space to move vehicles through here efficiently as possible. We're going to remove unsafe again, and then we're going to remove that left turn there. So straight on right. That is going to be going straight on and right. Left turn only, left only. Yep, that's all looking healthy. All right, now that we've got that figured out, let's go ahead and choose our, let's see, kind of changed its face a little bit. Graphic tool essentials. All right, now we're gonna edit. We're going to configure this one. So right now it's running off of vanilla. So you can see it's kind of doing its own thing. Pedestrians are doing whatever the hell they want. But you can easily leave this with vanilla. But as you can see, traffic is crossing over itself. So we're at 1,200 vehicles per hour, roughly around 1,200 vehicles per hour. 4 approaches, 10 lanes. So let's just say 1,000, right? All right. We're going to pause this. And we are going to create our own phases. For our green wave, go ahead and add this. Second. Oh, here we go. Aha. All right. We're gonna have straight on and right turn traffic, and straight on and right turn traffic. Go first. We're gonna turn off vehicle prioritization. Minimum 10 seconds. I think we typically do 1.5. All right, that's one. Now phase 2, we're going to have our left turns. Go ahead. And then just for giggles, we're going to let people that are in those right lane turns, or if they are a vehicle that's going right, allow them to turn. Do 8 seconds minimum. Target. All right. Now, we're going to have straight ahead traffic. Straight ahead traffic. Perfect. Can't imagine there's going to be that many vehicles coming through here, so we'll just leave that there. And then left turn and right turn and right turn. Leave that alone. Yep, add phase is going to be just pedestrian. I don't want to leave that as the longest because I know pedestrians will pack the streets and it can get pretty messy. We'll go ahead and save that. All right. Yeah, you know, we can keep that in the clipboard. All right. So we're going to go ahead and hit plus. There you go. Or play, not plus. There goes our pedestrians. Awesome. Left and right turns. Our left turn lanes. Beautiful. See how much this is backing up. As long as it doesn't back up all the way to the roundabout, we will be okay. It's starting to back up a little bit over here. Yeah, these folks haven't had a chance to go in a while. That traffic is backing up there. Okay. Let's take a look at our phases. So we got phase 3. Go ahead and increase that minimum duration to 10 seconds. Target 1.2. There we go. Is there a stoplight here? Oh, there is. You know, that kind of makes sense, but it also doesn't. I kind of want to get rid of this crossing here. I want to get rid of those crossings. See what happens if we remove that street light. I want to say we'll be able to get more vehicles across, no issue. Yeah. Looks a little better. All right. Fix the traffic issue. All right, so yeah, back to it now. We've got a lot of labor demands. So let's go ahead and address that by building more homes. So real quick, we've got Kingsgate, but we also have this new region or neighborhood that we haven't really named. And I kind of want to draw out some roads before we start adding districts. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's make this connection here. All right, turn that off. There we go. Now this connection, go ahead and make right here. Oh my, let's turn that off. Interesting. Interesting. All right. Yeah, let's just break it up a little bit there. Let's do a complex curve. Well, looks like it's about halfway. Turn that on. There we go. I'm gonna have that go across as well. Let's see. Oh, maybe we can't. But what we could do, there we go. Honestly, that doesn't have to go that high. If you asked me. What we'll do is select that. Select all this. And drop this down a bit. And a bit more. Here we go. Nice little bridge going across. Looks good. We'll do as well. There we go. That's right about there. Right, yeah, right about here. Hmm. This all looks a little strange, doesn't it? Hmm. I mean, we could honestly just break it up a little bit. Big woof. We just go use that side. The grid will be a little broken on this side. I think that's fine. Yeah, I think that's fine. We'll break it up a little bit on this side. A little bit of that. Nice to get a building right on the edge. How do we do that? Ooh, yes. We'll break this up a bit here. Yeah, that works. Oh, weird. I guess I can't do a crossing there. All right, go ahead and hit start there. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so we can make this another little neighborhood. All right, do that. And close this one off here. Finish it up. A few trees in here. Pop a few of these guys in. There we go. A few there. And just fill the rest in with these gigantic oaks. Larger than life trees. There you go. All right, now we can start adding a few more right in here. Now I'm trying to remember. I think I was using European low density housing. All right, EU. There we go. Weren't painting it. I know that. And then what we'll do here is actually just place something into using this guy. Using our filter here, we'll do low density, Euro, residential, even building level 3. That's a 3x5. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna find spots to kind of just fill these in here as well, too, like we did here. Nice little 3x3 buildings. Got a pathway so we can shift the housing over. Go back to using this. So we'll do lot depth 3. 3x3 low. Waterfront. Anarchy that in. Then we'll just shift around a little bit down here. Ooh. Yeah, leave that. There we go. Looking good. All right, let's go ahead and do the same thing over here. We'll clear the zoning, shifts over to that side. One of these. There we go. Sure. Want to have it. All right. Well, I guess we'll leave that there then. It's gonna keep forcing the residential block over to the other side. Alright, let's remove these crossings here. Again, we don't need that many that close by. Don't need streetlights there. Don't need... I guess we can leave streetlights there. Alright, let's continue this bad boy down here. Like that. Then boop 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 boop. Oh. Oh, that's how that works. Oh my god, I love this tool so much better already. Wow. Okay. It's better than the other tool. Nice. Alright, so that's Kingsgate. This is going to be... I guess we can call it Parish Crossing. Yeah, I'll do that. Why not? Alright, give us a district. Parish Crossing. Or Parish Cross. Get it. Alright, energy consumption, recycling. Yeah, why don't y'all use bicycles over here? Actually, no bicycles. Kingsgate, you will love bicycles. There we go. Alright, I think we're gonna need like a little commercial district over here. Let's go ahead and draw one in. And then what we'll do again is manipulate the zoning to go on this major street over here. Let's go ahead and use EU commercial. Oh, you know, we actually have some grocery store signature buildings. So why don't we do that? We've got a super, oh, a little too large. That's a little too large. Costco's definitely, what? Costco's tiny compared to Buc-ee's. How's that possible? Whole Foods? Yes, we will throw in a Whole Foods market right here. Kind of a major road, isn't it? Here. Whole Foods here. Yes. Oof, that is very bright. Can't do anything about that color, but what we can do is add a parking lot to it. That's what we will do. A little too big. A little too big. There we go. This will work. Very nice. Now I don't want parking on this road. We'll have to extend the sidewalk a little bit. And we'll just draw a path right down here like that. Now I don't want vehicles to be able to go in here. We're going to redraw this, and then we're just going to use this guy here. Let's pause this real quick. Not a fan of that. That's gonna be huge. I will go with this parking lot instead. Although I don't like how that doesn't. Let's see. There you go. We can just do that with the grass. That'll work. All right. See, we need to have some sort of, just to make it look a little bit more realistic, a little bit of a road coming through the back here. Right. Why is there a street light here? Remove that. No street lights. Perfect. All right. What we got to do here is kind of hide that a little bit. Hmm. Nobody wants to see the ugly backside of a building. Yeah, there we go. Take a left over here. We got Whole Foods. I wonder if we've got some signs. Let's see. Try to find. Let's remove all the filters. Oh, we'll look for a Whole Foods. See if we can find a sign. Oh, no, we can't. Alright, never mind. Hey, look at that. That's already busy. Alright, so we still have a massive uh, worker demand. Alright, let's go ahead and add some more residential in here. Shucks. All right. Okay. Oh, I just popped my ankle. Ouch. All right. That we got our Whole Foods. A few markets here. I think what we need to do here. Make another little roadway connection. Just get some more. Or if, let's see. We got other specialized buildings here. Look at that. We could fit a McDonald's back here, right next to a Whole Foods. Maybe not. Just a gelato. Let's add a little gelato shop here. Make people want to come out here, you know? Put California poppies. Let's see, there should be... okay, that's not. Oh. Oh. Anarchy, that bad boy in there. All right. And using our advanced line tool. Oops. On fence. I'll do a little bit of that. Run it down to about here. There you go. It looks like it's all part of that little establishment. Nice. Didn't know people were still playing this game. Yeah, people still play it. Still streaming it too. Probably not as frequently, but it's definitely. I think it's fallen off a little bit. Not entirely sure. Ooh, this tea lounge looks pretty good. It just doesn't fit the motif of the area. Yeah, bar lounge. No, that's not going to work for this area. Lake Arena. Morrissey's is actually quite large. You know, actually, Morrissey's would have fit in there. Oh, no, it wouldn't have. Oh, yeah, it would have. It would have fit in there quite. Like, it would have fit in perfectly. But, you know what? It's fine. We've got a, problem there. Whole Foods. That'll do. That'll do. Let's send this here at a cul-de-sac. There we go. And let's go ahead and use this here. So EU, use our low density residential buildings. Low. Lot width 3. Lot depth 2. Get some nice 3x2 buildings in here. And let's turn off snap to road. So that way we have a little bit more control over where these buildings go. I should get a 3x3 in here. Let's go back down to a 3x2. Oh, that's cute. But move it though. What about there? That fits. All right. Who we got in 3x4? 3x4 land. I think this will actually fit a little better right there. And then we'll go lot with 2. This will fit nicely right in there. Perfect. Look at that. Look at that. All right. And I know we could fit another 3x2 in here. So let's go ahead and do that. And we'll snap this one to the road. Overlapping. Yeah, we'll anarchy that in. Perfect. Nothing like having a little neighborly dispute over where your fence and Sit where your property line ends. You can actually get rid of their fence here. What we'll do is give them their fence back by using net lanes. There we go. Goody gumdrops. Look at that. Good so far. We got people moving in. Awesome. Snap a big old tree in there. Add some poppies because that is my state's flower. Going to California poppy some love. There we go. Add a few trees in here, make it feel a little bit more realistic. There we go. Yeah. A few little lilac bushes back here. Lilac bushes back here as well. Yeah. By the way, folks, just so you know, thank you so much for the likes on the stream so far. Sonic Scarum, thanks for the comment. I'm really liking that. See if we can do something a little better here. Try 2x4s. I think 2x4s will fit pretty well here. Yeah, that fits a little bit better. At least 3 more houses in, or 1 additional house in, I should say. Yeah, that's fine. And let's go ahead and block off this area here. There we go. That way we can just use regular zoning to get more homes here. Yeah, that'll work. That's good enough. Let's redraw this. There we go. Like that a little better. Oh, wrong tool. All right, so we really haven't done much in the name of getting more, more buildings in here. So let's go ahead. Let's keep zoning in, shall we? There we go. I like that little cul-de-sac we put in there. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. I've kind of gotten away from doing cul-de-sacs. Like in this city, I just went straight up with grid. And, you know, grid's all fine and dandy, but it's a little boring. And I feel like I've taken away a lot of the character from this part of town by doing that. What size are these? Look like they're all 2x. 2x4. Right? Or are they... I don't know, something weird happened with the zoning on this side. Yeah, I kind of want to buy into this tile over here, but right now we're kind of benefiting from not having a massive amount of debt. There we go. Is that how I want to do tiles? Yeah, I think so. Keep extending King's Cross out. Or no, what's it called? Kingsgate. Just keep thinking King's Cross St. Pancras in London. Let's see, 4, 4, so 8, 8. Here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Do a cul-de-sac here. Itty bitty one. All right. Yay. Yay. maybe we'll just make this connection here like that. Yeah, I think that'll work just fine. All right, so go back to this guy here. We're going to use some of our 2x4s. You know what? 2x3s. Let's do that. Go a little smaller, a little quainter. Definitely not those. Up. I don't think it's gonna fit. Oh, wow. That actually worked. Wow. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Let's mess with the with this a little bit more. There we go. There's a property line end, right? Hey, that works. It fits, it sits. It fits, it sits. We could fit a 2x5 in here. Let's do it. Yeah. Very nice. I will manipulate the surface area as well. Extend their grass out. Yeah, love that. Absolutely love that. Throwing a few trees in here as well. Heck, I think they deserve an apple tree. What do y'all think? Where's that apple tree? Apple tree, there you are. I think y'all deserve an apple tree too. There you go. A chestnut. A few wild bushes. A little poplar tree. A little chestnut tree for you. A little oak. Another little oak. Wildflowers. There we go. Love that. Oh, gotta extend Kingsgate out. Whoops. There you go. We'll just end Kingsgate there, yeah? There we go. That is all Kingsgate. Average wealth 4. Got it. Now, these areas don't have districts either. So I think what we're going to have to do is add, whoa. One, we're going to have to add parking. Parking is going to be a must over here. And long parking somewhere over here. That. There we go. Then let's add some high density residential. Let's do low rent over in this area. So, I mean, that's right across from that. So, I think low rent will work. That's okay there. That should give us a good amount of residents. Let's speed this up a little bit. About 100, 112 there. And we'll add a one-way road coming through here. Have it come out. There we go. Now let's add a little bit more low rent in here. We'll add some. I don't know if we want to add commercial there. Definitely want to have commercial over here. There we go. Right, and then our garbage facilities are getting a little busy. So we could do one of two things because our efficiency is super high. Our processing speed is really high. We can add 4 more vehicles to increase our pickup capacity. We'll start with that. And of course, nobody can get in there. Can they not? Hold on. I guess the way this setup is kind of built so that way. What? Okay. I know what we have to do. To do that. And let's go ahead and select this guy. Highlight the depot. Relocate. There we go. Now they can access the road. And we'll leave ourselves room. Want to add another truck depot. Get rid of this crossing here. Get rid of that one there. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. All right, so we got a few more people moving in. That's good. Wish I had a few small, like, little restaurants, businesses out here. We'll add an office. Do the Southwest offices. I think that might be why. There we go. I think we can fit a parking structure in there. Let's see. I think the modest one. One of these will fit. Oh, this one will fit, but I gotta get rid of the pathway. We can move the pathway though. Here, let's do that. Anarchy this in temporarily. As people finish their journey through there. Have it hug this side here. There we go. And that works just fine. If we can raise this a little bit. Grab that. Grab that. Grab that. And all that. Yep. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. There we go. Let's bring this road back in. All right, let's do a little terraforming here. Increase our brush size, select that. There we go. That looks a lot better. All right, let's find our net lanes real quick because I want to add fencing. But add, let's see. something that looks really like an actual highway barrier. I think the closest I may have is going to be this one. I think we'll go with that. I don't know how to finish that out just yet. I'm just going to let that kind of separate you a bit there. I think I want to change that to a different surface as well. Do grass, but I kind of rather do maybe not the riverbed surface. I wonder what seaweed looks like. And maybe not that. Sand ripples. Let's see. Nah, that's a bit extreme. I do like that finish though. With the seaweed. No. I think. Field. Let's see. I mean, Mike Builds has some really good finishes. Well, let's see if this concrete kind of works. Oh, whoa. I don't know. We'll figure that out. This probably works. Broken asphalt. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Eventually, at some point. Not right now. Alright, we got businesses moving in. We got people moving in. Love that. Need more people to move in, though. So let's go ahead and add some more low-income housing. I want to say that's EU high. Yep, it is EU high density. I think we're going to need another garbage facility, recycling facility. So I think having it maybe right over here might work fairly well. Because it is low pollution. I think if we have a low polluting facility, I think we'll be okay. Take a look. We go in here. It doesn't look too offensive either. Yeah, let's see how that works out. Just for now, right? We'll see how it goes. Oh, we got traffic, folks. We have traffic. Traffic over here. Because everyone's trying to go this way. Alright, so we gotta add some more lanes in here. So let's add that. And add that. And we're gonna have thousands of people coming in now. Oh boy. We get a lot of people moving into our city right now. That's totally fine. Kind of what we want, right? Oh no, waiting for a hearse. What? Do we have a crossing here? Why do we have a street light there? Go away. Go away. No crossing either. Cross here or cross there. Whoa, 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 whoa. What? That kind of broke. Alright, so we got major connections now. So we've got all that. What we don't have is this train station activated yet. Now again, eventually I want to buy this tile so that way I can make this connection here and have... Ooh, there we go. I think our unemployment rate is going to be really low. If we take a look at where we at, demographics, population, here we go. Unemployment, 0.5%. Look at that. Thing is, we need more employees. It's a problem. Birth rate's high, death rate's low. People moving away is lower than the amount of people moving in. Look at that. We're starting to fill those jobs too. Now we have more people moving in. Alright, I think Parish Cross needs a few more residential buildings as well. Let's go ahead and give them a little bit more housing in this area. That, there we go. What the? There we go. There we go. There we go. Awesome. I think we should be able to get some 3x2 residential buildings in here. Maybe a little 2x2 as well. That off. All right, there we go. There we go. That looks good. All right, get some more EU regular. Go and flip the script here. Add it over on the other side. There we go. Julio. Right. Yeah. There we go. All right, I think we'll do a little bit more of these cul-de-sacs that I said I wanted to keep building, so we'll do just that. Go in here. We'll leave that one alone. I need to... Oh, whoops, hold on. This one. Move. Move, remove. Okay. Got about 4 there. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Ah, wrong tool. Wrong tool. There we go. Oh, that's not gonna work. Okay. Let's see. Do what? Do this one. Honestly, I don't need that other bit of the property connecting. But I do need that side. Let's see. If there's a 2x4 that we can make fit in here. Yeah. I think we can make this fit. And we cannot. Alright. What we'll do is shift this building over. And fill this space in with, you guessed it, California poppies. A very colorful area. How many people have we moved in already? About 200. Actually, no, we moved in about 1,000 people. Forgot about the apartments over here. Yeah, we still need a lot of people to go. What we have to remember is that our population not only just includes working class, but also includes students. Yeah, think about that there. Most people just chilling? Alright. Y'all can chill at a restaurant or something. There you are. Okay, let's make these other connections. Hey, Harlan, how's it going, buddy? Welcome, welcome. What are we building today? We are doing... Oh, crap. We are doing something. Oh, I don't know why that's a bridge segment. Is that going up? That is strange. What? 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 Alright, let's try... Oh, that wants to become a bridge segment too. Alright. We'll go with that. Let's try this again. Geez, that is a huge wreck right now. Alright, here's what we're going to do instead. We're going to take this surface tool, and extend this out all the way out to the end of the crossing. And then out like that. Then where's our pathway tool, pathway pedestrian. Ooh. There it is. Alright, let's make a connection right here too. Like that. Perfect. Alright. I got people walking through, doing their thing. A few little medium density building, or yeah, low density commercial buildings in there. I don't even know what this is. EU high density commercial? Why did I do it like that? Okay, sure. Where's our parks? Ooh. That fits well in there. All right. You know what we're going to do though? Get rid of that crossing. All right. Love, love, love. What? How'd that go from looking nice to looking like a rundown friggin' homeless encampment? What the hell? The hell? Okay, sure. Why not? Oh, that's why. There we go. Yeah, I went from having nice big old trees to can run down as hell. That sucks. Alright. That's fine. There we go. Oh, yeah, they can do that. Awesome. I'm not a fan of that little building in there, so we'll get rid of that. And what we'll do is extend the surface area out. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. And we'll wait for that to level up. And we'll do some cool detailing stuff with that. But until that time comes, we'll leave it as is. All right. Cool. What am I building today? Let's see. More residential. That way we can have more people working here, as we needed to increase our workforce. It is very important. We're also gonna trying to do some cool things with the grid too. There's something different with the grid. There we go. I turned this into a massive roundabout. Can we do that? Can we destroy that around? Let's see. Kind of? Kind of, sort of? Like a good way around this is... do one of these. Oh boy. There you go. Yeah, I guess I'm not going to be able to do that. All right. Now we could curve it in. I hate the way that looks. But I think it's going to be the best thing for this area, though. I guess that kind of works. Definitely different. Not too sure about that. Not too sure about that. I kind of like the idea of having that roundabout there. So here's what we'll do. Turn that nonsense off. Go out to about there. And what we'll work on is getting away from the grid and doing what we do best. It's a fun little curved section for roads. Like this. I don't know about this. Yeah, I don't know about this. I think it's just gonna be boring old gridded section. All right, here we go. We're gonna do some quick grids down here. Damn. Hate that it's broken like that. Let's see. Switch this up here. Yeah. All right, I think that's an okay intersection. All right, what do we want? Ooh. All right, let's shift zoning to the street. Oh, why is there no zone in there? What? All right. We'll choose. Ooh, whoa. All right. Oh, that is so weird. Oh, you know what it is? This one. Oh, not that one. This one. There we go. All right. That is King's Gate done. Except for this little niblet here, but we'll leave that alone. Finish that off here. Live oak trees. There we go. King's Gate is actually not done. Right about that other section that's over by the highway that we still need to do at some point. Yeah, so far this is coming along really nicely. So we've got this in here. So if we just do a little bit of jiggery pokery, move things around a little bit. There we go. Add quite a bit of residential in here. So we're gonna do that. We're actually going to, yep, just trying to get some larger plots of land in here, but guess not. Guess not. There we go. There we go. All right. There we go. Finish that bit in there. Yay. All right. This doesn't have its own... Ah, crap. Doesn't have its own thing. District. That's the word I was thinking of. Nailed it. There we go. Right, it's on the wrong side. Totally fine though. I think we just got a bunch of new homes in there. A lot more people moving in, and we are losing a lot of money actually. Current trend, not that great. Oh, you know, I never figured out that whole transportation thing. How I kept going down to one tram. Yeah, I just got one tram working. I love this update. Look at that. Show line integration. Oh no, it only has... Hey, look, bump it up to 2. I love this new update. I'm gonna have to get used to that UI, but it looks pretty good. Waiting 11, waiting 4. Waiting 1, waiting 10, 12, 0, 0. Okay, looks like it's staying now. Where, although we've got a lot more people to move in, we still have labor shortage. Don't know why. And a 6x6? Yes, it is. All right. I'm just gonna fit one more thing in here. All right, we can't. But we've gotten a lot more people in. We've finished up Kingsgate for the most part, if you ignore this area. Unemployment rate, excuse me, is up, surprisingly. So a lot of people are moving. Oh no, slowly going down. slowly going down as people start to fill in those jobs. Because we started with a 0.5% unemployment rate at 0.6 now, but again, people are just starting to move into the city. They should be occupying those jobs one way or another. Education is something we're gonna have to focus on next, because we have people that are eligible for college and university. And we have a college. Do we? Yeah, the French college. That's maxed out. Oh, we can actually upgrade it. A leisure area. So let's go ahead and add that leisure area. That goes on the roof. Here, let's get out of this. That way we can see what that's going to look like. Oh, that looks awesome. Love that. That's such a cool pack. I want to change the color to match the other buildings, but I don't like it. I like that pop of color there. Let's take a look at the tram lines. It's back down to one vehicle. There could be an issue with this thingy. Not entirely sure, but we're not going to use the money now to figure that out. We're going to allow that to grow a little bit. And we still have to name this city too. So y'all have some suggestions? Let's go ahead and throw them into the comments. That way we can finally get a name for this place. That being said, that time has come, folks. Thank you so much for joining in today and stopping by, giving those likes, and make sure to subscribe if this is your first time if you want to watch more content. See here. Today's Sunday. Not sure what my schedule is going to be looking like for the rest of the week. I know work's going to be really busy. Saturday, I've got something going on. So if I can stream during the week, I will do my absolute best. Just make sure to subscribe. That way you get notifications whenever I do go live. That being said, I hope y'all have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, and evening, wherever you are in the world. And I'll catch you next time. Bye, everybody. Bye.